Big night from Luke Weber's. Denison-Schleswig's moving on with a win over Lewis Central. Luke, tell me about this win from your perspective. What are the thoughts and the takeaways from tonight?
Yeah, it was a good game. It's always good to move on in the districts. You never want to go home, but LC is probably one of the most physical teams in the state. We just out-physicaled them basically and was able to pull through at the end, knock down a couple of free throws.
Yeah, what do you feel you guys were able to do to kind of combat that physicality and the size that they bring?
Yeah. Coach Fink put in a lot of drills at practice this week to just get our lower half down and just out-physical. Hatcher and Miller and Souther, just big guys, and we were just able to get the boards and 50-50 balls tonight. It's a big part of the game.
You had to overcome a little bit of adversity. You picked up, 3 fouls in the first half, picked up your fourth early in the second half, and then was able to play through that. How frustrating was that, and, what was kind of the mentality there as you got yourself in foul trouble?
I worked hard all offseason and my whole life to play in these games, and I just wasn't able to do it this night with foul trouble. But the thing is, I got teammates on my team that can do anything, basically. And Senshin stepped up, Skunning has stepped up, and all my teammates stepped up and just took a lot of slack off my shoulders.
Still got a double figures offensively, and I think grabbed 7 boards, what I had you for. What was clicking for you that led to the stat lines?
I was just able to get to the rim, with Senshin's and Aiden in the corners. I was able to just get by my guy and get to the rim, draw some contact. Coach Torres always telling me, go, hey, something like that, and then that works out.
Harlan coming up. Obviously, you guys are familiar with them. What's it going to take this time around?
Same thing as last time when we played them at home, just physical, defensive mindset, basically, and that's what we got to do. And always fun playing at Harlan, and if it's a district game, packed crowd, what else could you ask for, really?
All right, Coach, you guys are able to avenge an earlier loss to Lewis Central to keep your season alive. Tell me about this win. What did you guys maybe learn from that first match that used your favorite night?
Yeah, I think really at the time that we got Lewis Central, we had some growing pains that we had to go through. We really got to a good start this year, going 9-1, but had some things that we needed to clean up, and I think Lewis Central exposed our warts there a little bit. So it was that point in the season that we kind of came together and said, hey, we're just going to alter a few things that we're doing defensively. Offensively, we got to be better. We got getting the ball side to side, looking to attack, and not getting the ball stuck so much. So they kind of caught us at a time where they played really well and we didn't play as well as we should. So we knew if we gave a little bit better performance tonight that we'd have a chance, but we knew it was going to be really tough, really good team, really physical team, and being able to match that is going to be huge for us. A team that, we thought, hey, we saw some teams play zone against them, and they struggled with it. Let's go to that. Well, they scored 17 points in the first quarter, so obviously that wasn't working, but credit our kids when we changed up the man. They really guarded their tails off and was the difference in the game, I thought, in the last 3 quarters.
29-16 second half for your team. Aside from the defensive changes, what stood out to you that led to that little run?
Obviously, with Luke, we had a little foul trouble that we were dealing with there, so we're trying to nurse that. And we got some big seniors coming off the bench. Aiden Skunning has been a 2-year starter for us, or at least this half a year. Had a little injury, and which kind of changed our rotation up a little bit. And give Aiden a lot of credit. He's battled through that. A guy that's typically ready to go at any moment's notice. We talked about on the bench, hey, you're going to have a chance. And, lucky for us, he comes in, gets an open look, and not lucky, but he had all the confidence in the world to knock it down. So that was a big momentum shift for us. And defensively, I just thought we were really good at taking away their actions, forcing the ball out of the middle and forcing them into some tough twos. And really, I think, for a team that's probably got pound for pound a little more some size and height on us, I thought we rebounded the ball really well. I don't have any stats, but I thought we at least either won the battle or even with them, especially in those last 3 quarters.
This is a team that went through a little bit of a stretch where you guys lost some really close games. Now you're starting to win those, like this one and then Glenwood a couple of weeks ago. What are you seeing within that's standing out?
I think the biggest thing is a belief in themselves and a belief in each other. I think that at times, guys, when we talked about rotation and roles, we were still searching a little bit. In that 9-1 start, we actually never really had a full lineup most of those 10 games. So then it was when everybody was back. We had to do a better job of defining roles and figuring out how are we going to be best and how we're going to be best going forward. So I think once everybody figured out, hey, this is the team that we need to be, and for us to be successful here in the last couple of weeks, we've really taken off at that point.
Another fun battle with Harlan on Thursday night. Probably not many secrets. What's it going to take?
The biggest thing is just got ready to perform. The moment's never going to be too big for us. Teams that know each other, like their neighbor or the back of their hand or whatever you want to say. There's going to be no secrets. We talk about writing our story, and this is just going to be the next chapter. And playing a really good team on their home court, we'll have to be ready to go. Couple days of practice. Making sure that we correct some things that we need to do tonight. Some things that we might have to maybe give some change ups here and there. Because there are no secrets. Maybe we have to add a few secrets to the game, and then just who's going to execute down the stretch, and that'll be the difference in the game on Thursday night. But our guys are excited. They'll enjoy it tonight. We'll get ready for Holland tomorrow.